Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of Harry Potter Wizards Unite. Today we are talking about how to acquire horned serpent eggs and how to acquire the centaur bow. Now these two things are really important given that next week we will be having a full moon. And a full moon is the only time that you can get fragments of wolves for your collection. Now, if you're like me and you've been out on a few night hunts alone, the oddities #1 section will be starting to fill up with vampires, centaurs, and pixies all coming at night, and you only need one of them. They're pretty easy to complete. But werewolves only come on full moon, and how do we acquire the centaur bow and enough so that come full moon we can collect 8 werewolves, deal with them, get the fragments for it, then prestige, and then use that full moon again to get werewolves. Otherwise, if you just wait till the full moon and you haven't completed your centaur bow, you're going to be going into it and getting loads of werewolf fragments that you don't need, that don't go towards your progress. So that's why I thought it would be good to do a little bit of a test to find out how much effort are you going to have to put in, how much time you're going to have to put in to get 10 out of 10 fragments for your centaur bow. So here's what I did. I started by purchasing 24 bags of runestones. That equates to about 960 coins to buy that bag of runestones 24 times. Now, the reason I did this is I wanted to just purely grind on level 1, just looking at how much time is it going to take me to acquire centaur bow, and over the course of half an hour, how many am I going to acquire out of the runestones that I use. As I was doing this, you can see that I'm probably completing a rune chamber every minute, one a minute. And being that, you know, I am a magizoologist, I can't one-hit these guys always unless I get a critical hit. So there may be auras and professors that are able to one-hit them. If I'd have gone for save my 15 bucks for the one perk that gives me plus 40 damage when I go over 5 focus, I may have been able to do it, but I accidentally chose something else and messed that up. But, so you'll be able to one-hit it, so you may be able to do it slightly faster than me, but what I did was I did this for straight 30 minutes, grinding through those 24 runestones. Now, at the very beginning of this, I had 1 centaur bow. So you would have seen then that I ended up with 5. So over the course of 24 battles, it took about 24 minutes, I acquired 4 centaur bow fragments. Now, that's a 1 in 6 chance then. So a 1 in 6 chance of getting a centaur bow. Now, along with that, I also got 8 fragments of horned serpent eggs. So they are coming at a ratio of 1 in 3 chance of getting a horned serpent egg. So we've got a 1 in 3 chance and a 1 in 6 chance. Now, I'm not sure if that was just lucky. It's not a big enough sample, but you guys can go and test this out and see what the frequency is for you guys. Usually the first page is easier, so I would have expected it to be the other way around. But it may be that either the horned serpent eggs are easier to get than the centaur bow, or I just happen to, you know, it's very small sample and maybe I just got lucky with the horned serpent eggs. But either way, combined, you're looking at 12 fragments from 24, so a 50% chance of getting a fragment from each runestone you use. Now, as you should see, I'm not getting any for these, but if you add that all together, that means you're going to have to use about 48 runes to get 24 fragments. 24 fragments, that would be 10 for each. So you're probably going to use 40 runestones to be able to get all those fragments. That's if you get lucky. I'm now going to have to grind for another 5 centaurs and I only need 1 horned serpent egg. And I'm hoping I just keep getting centaur bows and I don't get horned serpent egg first. But I reckon that I'm going to have to grind out another 20, 25 runestones maybe to be able to get all those centaur bows. So in total, that is going to take you around about an hour. Approximately an hour of grinding at a fortress on the same runestones. It's also going to take a ton of gold. So you see I got a horned serpent egg there. It's going to take a ton of gold. So let's work that out. It cost me 800 for 20 runestones, and then for another 20, another 800. So 1,600 coins it will cost you to be able to buy those rune stones. Now obviously you're not going to have to buy those rune stones. You can go ahead and go to your vault and use some of your rune stones that you have acquired from collecting oddities and leveling up. So for free, I could have used 2 level 4s, 2 level 3s, 1 level 5, so that's 5 rune stones. 5 rune stones, not a lot of free rune stones, and this is why I'm really pressing to you guys. Rune stones, bag of rune stones is going to be one of the most important things that you spend your coins on. Dark detectors, you can encounter things in the wild, and if we all use them together in groups, you're going to get a little bit more for your money. But I just think rune stones, fortresses, you know, we need 1,600 gold to buy 40 rune stones to be able to get the first registry page, and it's probably going to be quite similar for all the other pages. So silver prestige, gold prestige could require a lot more. Now that's where I'm a bit like, oh, this is quite very, you know, that's a lot of money to spend if people are going to pay to play, and actually if you're free to play, that's a hell of a grind. So you want to be saving those 10 coins every day and buying bags of rune stones. So the fortress will be the best way to gather your centaur bow and your horned serpent egg fragments. It will take around about an hour to be able to unlock enough fragments to complete it. It will require almost 40 rune stones potentially. You may get luckier than that, and it may require less, but not a lot less. And with the full moon coming up in, I think it's next Wednesday, then we have a 2 wind plus minus window. So 2 days before the full moon and 2 days after, werewolves will be present. So it makes sense. You could probably go out one night, gather all those werewolves, prestige because you got your centaur bows, and then spend the next night or another of those nights being able to, you know, capture more werewolves to add to your fragments for the next page, and then you can just focus on getting those centaur bows as well as the other oddities. So hopefully that's going to be helpful for you guys. Hopefully that's going to help you to complete your oddities page and get the most of the next full moon event. Okay, well that's all for this one. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please hit the like button and hit subscribe if you want to keep up to date with future content and information. That is all for me. See you guys soon.